yeah, and looking forward to the championship game, Clark. I mean, this is a tough one to pick. I mean, Michigan right now is a 4.5-point favorite. I think Michigan is clearly, better on both lines of scrimmage. I don't think that's up for debate. But I just feel like I feel like Washington is just going to have more. They have more chances, and they have a bigger margin for error than Michigan does. I think Michigan could totally outplay them and still lose. And so I think Michigan's going to. I look at the game like this. I think Michigan's going to run the ball, and Washington's going to throw the ball, and that's going to be the two. That's basically those two things are going to be tough to stop. If Michigan ran the ball like they did against Alabama, then it's gonna be difficult for Washington to stop them on the line of scrimmage. What I would say is, though, you could tell Michigan was really nervous in that Alabama game. You could tell they were kind of tight, especially in the first half.
Yeah.
And so I think only having a week between this game and the semifinal kind of will help them a little bit. They'll be more in the mode of playing games and be ready to go. So but I went at first. I thought, Washington, they're not going to be stopped, and then I thought, no, but Michigan's going to dominate the line of scrimmage. So I'm gonna. I think I'm going to take Washington to win, just because I feel like even if Washington gets behind a little bit, they can come back. But maybe I'm going to wrong. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe Michigan will come in and just hammer them on both sides of the ball, and maybe Michigan's defense will be like nothing Washington's ever seen. And maybe I'll be wrong. But that's my thoughts on the game. A couple days out.
Yeah. So. I mean, it's weird because I've been down on Michigan all year long, and like watching the Alabama game, I was like, okay, I think Michigan's better than them, and they may be the best team in the country just based on the line of scrimmage. But yeah, I mean, now that you're saying, I mean, the mistakes they made in that game, and then kind of how I've seen them in other big games, that really concerns me because, I mean, the line between them beating Alabama and losing that game is, I mean, you're talking about a couple of plays, really. I mean,
Yep.
it's so yeah. If Michigan kind of makes some of those mistakes, I mean, that may be all Washington needs. And I mean, the way Penix is playing, I mean, if he's gonna be throwing like that, because I mean, let's be honest, have they faced a quarterback like that?
No, I think the initial shock in the first half for both these teams, Washington's not going to have played a team on the line of scrimmage that's as good as Michigan. That's going to be completely different for them. And Michigan's not going to have played a passing team that can throw the ball like this. The only the only thing that I would say about that is, though, Michigan did play Ohio State last year with C.J. Stroud when they had a really dynamic offense, and they did a pretty good job against it. So it's not something that Michigan that's completely foreign, but this is also a different level. You got 3 NFL receivers on this Washington team, and that's a whole different animal where you can cover them and it doesn't even matter. So I think that as far as the mistakes go, I think I think Michigan will play a much cleaner game. I don't think I'm not worried about. I don't think special teams mistakes are going to be the problem. I think those are one-offs. I don't consider that to be something that's systemic to Michigan that they're going to struggle with. And I think a week of practice and having just played the week before will help. But at the same time, yeah, you're right. Can how does this game go in the first half? If Michigan gets the lead, okay, then they probably have an excellent chance to win. But if they get behind, and like they did against TCU last year, where McCarthy's got to throw, he'll throw for a lot of yards, and I'm sure he's capable of that. But then is he going to throw the ball into coverage and that kind of stuff? I don't think Michigan will allow him to do that. I don't think they're going to let him throw the ball 35 times. I think they're going to keep it in front of them and make sure that they're running the ball. And Texas, like I said, Texas ran the ball for 180 yards. So it's not like you can't run it on Washington.
Yeah, I mean, and just so we're clear, like, I mean, it's not like we're Michigan fans or anything, but when we were watching the game together, and I mean, the first play of the game, McCarthy throws an interception. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then when the guy fielded the punt, like at the 2-yard line or whatever, we're like, what the hell are you doing? What? I just, especially stuff with punts, I just like, your main job should be basically don't get a turnover. Like and routinely we've seen this not just in college. I've seen this in the NFL too, where it's like, what the hell are you doing? But
yeah, I think but I think this is going to be an awesome game.
oh, absolutely,
I
yeah,
think I think that's something like with the 12 team playoff that it'll be interesting to see, because I was thinking about this earlier today that when we have teams with a bye, like you're going to get teams with that have had a month off playing against a team that's only had 2 weeks off. So it's going to be interesting to see like how that works, because it's been a problem in the past, teams not really playing their best when they've had that much time off. It's tough to it's difficult to deal with. So yeah, and no, listen, I'm rooting for Michigan to win. I would like to see Michigan win. I want Harbaugh to win the championship, especially if it looks like he's going to leave to the NFL. But these teams, the thing is, like, these teams are like, this is a one-shot deal. Like, I think a lot of
yeah,
Michigan's guys are going to the NFL. We already know a lot of them are, and I think McCarthy probably will too. And Washington's going to lose the quarterback and a bunch of other guys too. So this is the only shot that most of these guys are going to get. And I think that hopefully they play like that, and they don't. This doesn't turn into teams just making ridiculous mistakes, because you want to see the best out of both sides. You want to see teams play their best in a competitive game, and not one team just falling apart and giving it away to the other one.
right.
So, but yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is one of the most hyped games that we've dealt with in a long time, and hopefully we get more of this now with the 12 team. Hopefully we get even more games that are up to this caliber, because yeah, the Alabama Michigan game was a fun game to watch, because of the drama, because of the mistakes, because you didn't know who was going to win, and it went into overtime. And so great stuff. But yeah, I'm going to take Washington, and again, I don't feel good about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. God, I don't even know. Like I feel like Michigan should win the game, but will they? I don't know.
Yeah, I think but I think if either team plays their best, I think they'll definitely win. All right, so let's